Hey, what's up, guys? Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the first day of having sports back. We're here to talk through overlay for Friday. We did the DraftKings stuff yesterday, so today we're strictly talking overlay this morning. I just missed the money on it last night, so I'm hyped to get into play it this evening.
Yeah, let's get after it, man.
All right. So, if you don't know the site completely yet, they got different kinds of contests up there for anybody who can swing it. Check out that progressive $22 contest. You got a jackpot up there of about $1,600 if you can go 12 and 0. Otherwise, if you find a way to finish in the top 10%, you get $180, which is just short of 9 times your buy-in. Both of these things are attainable. Give it a whirl. Let's kind of break down what our thoughts would be on this one.
Yeah, we finally got like a full baseball slate. I feel like I've waited my whole life for this.
Exactly. All right. So we got Jacob deGrom versus Mike Soroka. I like the fact that Soroka gets a little bit of a weaker matchup, but how do you not just click on Jacob deGrom as one of your first picks?
Agreed. Lock him in. Move on.
All right. Matthew Boyd at Cincinnati or Sonny Gray versus Detroit. What do you think?
I mean, definitely give me Sonny Gray.
Yeah, Matthew Boyd might be a little more strikeout heavy, but that's really the only thing he has going for him. Sonny Gray is the home pitcher, and Cincy's lineup is good. Detroit's chopped liver.
Yeah, exactly. Not feeling Matt Boyd at all here.
All right, Sonny Gray would be one that would be a pretty easy pick. We move down from there. We got a couple of superstars. We have a budding potential right there in Acuna. There's a guy who's got the opportunity to go down as an all-time great. And Freddie Freeman is just about as solid as they come. I'm going to pick Acuna, though. I just think he's, even though I like the left-up matchup for Freddie Freeman, I think Acuna can do more things.
I think Freeman's out. I'm pretty sure he is out, but if he is playing, I'll take Freeman here. I'm pretty sure he's out, though.
Yep. I was kind of thinking the same thing. All right, Ozzy Albies versus Marcell Ozuna. Give me Albies. I'm assuming he'll be at the 2-hole again, higher up in the order. Gets to be a lefty, gets to be a switch hitter, and I think he's a slightly better fantasy player.
Yeah, give me Albies here, too. I don't know about, better fantasy player overall, but in this matchup, I do like him more.
Just because he runs as well, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I think that's the. I think these guys are both pretty good players. I just like the fact that he can throw in the stolen base as an opportunity to win something. All right, NCRT versus Austin Riley. I'm just going to choose to bow out of that one until I see who is actually batting where.
Me too. If gun to head, I'll go Riley. Just more home run upside.
Yes, he does. All right, moving down from there, Brandon Nimmo versus Pete Alonso. Speaking of home run upside, also, did you hear Alonso's going to be mic'd up all year long?
That's awesome.
So get to know Pete Alonso. What did he have last year? 198 home runs?
Something like that.
Yeah, so give me Pete Alonso.
Same.
Okay. Robinson Cano versus Cespedes. This is a battle of who 2016 right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to pick Cespedes against anyone at this point until he shows he can play. So give me Cano.
Yeah, I'm going to side with you. We have not seen him play. I believe it's been a year and a half or a season and a half since he's been in a game.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Yeah, it could be longer. All right, Michael Conforto versus J.D. Davis. I'm going to go with Conforto.
Same, gets the platoon advantage here. So better hitter overall, in my opinion. I'll go Conforto as well.
Okay, and now I'm realizing why there's two contests out there. Obviously, they broke it down into, I think, early games and late games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jeff McNeil and Ahmed Rosario. I got to see the batting order on this one.
Same. These guys are peas in a pod for me. So my gut says McNeil. That's where I'll go.
Okay. And I probably would too. He's a nice solid hitter. But again, if Rosario was leading off, not that I expect him to be, then it would change a few things. All right. Wilson Ramos versus Dansby Swanson.
Swanson.
All right. I will take Swanson. Actually, I'm going to agree with you. I don't like to always agree with you, but I'm going to right here.
I mean, it's a better matchup for Ramos, but that's about it.
Okay. Do you know how to pronounce his name?
Shogo Akiyama.
Akiyama. Okay. Yeah, pretty much phonetically. Okay. Versus Joey Votto. I'm going to go with the young gun. I'm just not a big Votto guy. Plus, he's got to deal with the lefty-lefty thing right there. I don't know anything about Shogo yet. How about you?
I don't know much about him either. I will go Votto, though, just because, maybe he can draw a couple walks here.
It's a good reason to pick Votto, right? There seems to be like a baseline floor because the guy walks almost every game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Suarez versus Castellanos, a couple of lefty mashers. I'm going to pick Suarez because I just think he's better. Are you going to go Castellanos versus old team?
No, I'll go Suarez also. Maybe a little first game jitters against his old team for Castellanos. I'll go Suarez.
All right, Philip Irvin versus Senzel. I'll go with Irvin. Again, I believe him to be very good against left-handed hitters.
He is, but I just think Senzel is better, and I'll just take Senzel here. Obviously, depending on the batting order.
All right, Casali versus Freddie Galvis. Give me Galvis. Galvis is a quietly underrated baseball player.
Same Galvis here all day.
All right, Jonathan Scope versus Miguel Cabrera. I mean, is Scope the best player in Detroit now that I'm guessing?
Give me Cabrera. Maybe a little resurgence from him. Give me Cabrera.
All right, I'll go Scope just to be the counter guesser to this one, guys. So as you can see, if you haven't played on Overlay yet, some of the benefits are they allow you to kind of break down some of these matchups, allow you to go with your gut in some of them, and just get you kind of looking at interesting players. Give you a lot of skin in the game, some guys you might otherwise be rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, CJ Crone versus Jamer Candelario. I don't see the batting order on this one. I don't know much about what Detroit's going to throw out there.
I'll go Candelario. Gets the platoon advantage. That's about it.
Excellent call. All right, how about Nico versus Cameron?
I don't know what their lineup's going to be like, but I'll go Goodrum. I'm confident he'll be in there.
Agreed with you 100%. I think Goodrum's one of their better players, so give me Nico. All right, Austin Romine versus Jacoby Jones. I'm going to bow out of this one. This is, it's an early game, so you're going to get the advantage of seeing lineups. This is one that I think has the opportunity not to even be applicable, but I'd rather see where these guys are batting before I pick one.
I'll go Jones. I mean, Romine is about as bad as it gets hitting-wise. Not as bad as it gets, but he's a catcher, and Jones is an outfielder, so he's just a better fantasy player than Romine by a good margin.
And they both play for Detroit, so they're both low average.
Yep.
All right, Bo Bichette versus Yandy Diaz. Give me Bo Bichette. I like this young kid. All right. Hunter Renfroe versus Jose Martinez. A couple of NLers moving over to the AL. Who you got on this one?
I got Martinez. Both of them are good against lefties. I just trust Martinez more. So give me Martinez.
Better overall hitter, right?
I'd like to look at the BVP they both have against Rio, and then I'll really make my final decision.
Good call on that one. I do think that Renfroe has a touch more power, but Jose Martinez, less likely to strike out 4 times, right?
Yeah, I think Jose Martinez is definitely the better hitter. Renfroe might have a touch more power and is the better fielder, but that's it.
Curious to see how Martinez does with the full year of at-bats, maybe. He's kind of been...
For sure.
He's never really gotten that opportunity before. All right. We got Willie Adames or Kevin Kiermaier. Give me Kiermaier.
Give me Adames. Bad matchup for Kiermaier against Ryu, so give me Adames.
All right. Michael Brosset and Manuel Margot. This is another one. I got to see the starting lineup. These teams are real new this year, and I'm just curious to see what they throw out there in day one. A lot of this San Francisco Giants type of mentality where you don't really know where guys are playing. You look at their projected lineup, and it wasn't what matched last night.
No, I wouldn't say it's as like the Giants, though. I mean, the Rays have some new pieces, but it's not just a hodgepodge of guys that suck. At least these guys are decent. I expect Margot to be starting. I don't know about Brousseau. I'm not sure about this one. This is kind of the bottom of the barrel of a team with a bunch of new players. So you are right in that regard.
I'm not insulting Tampa. We're both Tampa people. I want to be clear. I don't think your players are as bad as San Francisco's. Just saying there's a lot of new faces.
For sure.
All right. And then Morton versus Rio. I am not a Rio guy. I do feel like I underrate him, but I'm going to take Charlie Morton all day.
Give me Morton all day here.
I'm a big Morton fan. I think we both realize how underrated he is from the MLB perspective.
It definitely, looking at that, makes me rethink Bo Bichette versus whoever it was. That seems so easy.
Yandy Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Although, again, Rio's better than I ever give him credit for. So he's
good.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's as good as Morton.
He's one of those guys I don't give the respect to, and then I go back and look at his numbers. I'm like, all right, dude, you're pretty good. That's on me. My bad. You're good. You're smart. I'm stupid. You're good looking. I'm unattractive. I got all these things.
Yep.
All right, guys. So that is the early slate. If I had a little bit more time, we would go through the second slate as well. And it's up there for you. I encourage everybody to take a look. We will get onto this NBA slate that's already kind of starting. The 5-pick NBA is half full already for next week. So over this weekend, maybe we'll get into that as well. There's a lot to like over here. And one thing I want to reiterate to guys who want to play DFS or fantasy sports every single day and don't get the opportunity to or don't have the time. Last night I had plans. So it made making DraftKings lineups really, really difficult. Then you find out about the Kershaw news. Now I come home from my plans, find out about it. Trying to make roster moves on the run was very difficult, and that's only on a 2-game slate. On overlay, they just tossed those matchups out, so I was able to make my overlay lineup. It worked, and I didn't finish in the money, but it was very easy to make it and have them make the adjustments for you.
Amen.
Also, the other thing is what they do on overlay is they add these bonuses if you beat somebody else. So like last night, despite not quite finishing in the money, I did actually end up making a little bit of money because I beat this guy King Hap. That's the kind of thing you just don't find on the other DFS sites.
Exactly. I mean, it's, we've talked about this a lot as overlays starting to get going. You're going to see offers on here that you're not going to see on other sites.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. They the customer service, I haven't had to deal with it as much. We work with them, but other guys who have said they've had issues, they said like they corrected instantly. The refunds have been given. They're very good to their customers. And I know that I've had a number of complaints because I have nothing to do with it about DraftKings and FanDuel and how they treat the customers. So it's nice to work with somebody where the customer service is top notch.
For sure.
All right, guys, have a great Friday. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks, guys.